Okay, so we're supposed to talk about what we learned.
Yeah, and how we feel about
the whole thing.
The whole thing
experience.
afterward. Now that we're done.
Yay!
You know?
We completed. It's student
It's
completion.
That's right.
We're more likely
Completed.
to have a degree after this.
Because we completed, we stayed till the bitter end.
Yes. Retention.
So, Eric, for
That's
you,
good.
what do you think, like, the big thing that stands out for you?
It would have to be the sense of re-energization. Like, you know, you teach for a year, you teach for 2 years, and what happens, I feel like your battery runs empty, you become cold. And you're just like, okay, I'm just going to teach my classes next semester. I'm just going to get prepped, and that's all I worry about. And you feel a little detached. But after something like this, I'm going to leave here. I have intensity. I have heat. I want to accomplish something. And that's going to be good for me. It's going to be good for the campus. It's going to be good for our region because we have all that intensity, and we're going to accomplish something.
Well, I think as an instructor, do you feel like it's going to energize your actual instruction with the student? Do you think you're going to go back and see your classes
something
different?
Absolutely. I'm definitely going to go back and see them differently. I'm going to be teaching 2 learning communities next semester, and you know, having all this discussion about student success and what that really means about them, and it's not just the classroom necessarily. That's important, but there are other things, larger things that they're worried about and interested in, and facilitating that success. And I have a real opportunity because I have these special classes that are going to allow me to do certain things.
And to show how that works.
And to have that interaction between students and faculty, and have faculty interested in their students and working all together to make sure they're successful. It's going to be really neat.
So I know, Joan, you've talked about a couple of things you're going to go back and do just to try to build up some partnerships, because you're from such a small spot in the world.
A small spot in the world. It's beautiful, but yeah, I'm going to go back and start meeting with people that are on campus in the summer, coaches in particular, because I want to work on that student athlete project, just like Eric is doing.
Yeah.
And other than that, I'm just going to go like this, and everything's going to be done. And they're all,
Yay! Bewitched!
they're all
I
going to
like
be on
it.
board, and
Wiggle your nose.
yeah.
I like
You know, I'm going to pick out some people that I think they'd probably be a good follower, and start working on getting them on board, and
Just sharing
not trying
ideas.
to do it all myself. And it just I'm thankful for what happened here with being able to get ideas from other people as far as what's going on their campuses. It's big. That's huge, huh?
Yeah. The network
Really
is
helpful.
really powerful.
So I have a list that's really long, things to do, and you have to kind of go back and go back through all of your notes. I mean, I can't even remember what happened on day 1, right?
Yeah, I know.
mean, we've gone through so much, so kind of
Yeah.
processing it, and writing down. Okay, this is really what I need to focus on first.
I think for me, it's always the networking. I mean, last year, when I came to VSILI a year ago, I was new in my position, and it was new for my campus, and I didn't have an idea of what I was really supposed to do. So hearing from other people what they were doing on their campuses, like, oh, we're supposed to kind of coordinate that stuff, and then having the chance to talk with them throughout the year was great. And so coming this year as the new coordinator for the Central Valley, but then having a chance to network with you guys as well as all the other people that were here this last week, and just for me it was an energizer as well, because just seeing people's enthusiasm and excitement and their get it factor about things, and then going, oh yeah, you know, if we harnessed all that energy, I think like we can transform this entire state in the way things work. It's just we're not all feeding off each other when we go back to our campuses. So I think the networking piece, to me, is one of the most important things, and that's what I put on my survey. It's phenomenal, and so that really helps me, because now I have even more people that I can call up.
I agree.
And say, hey, you remember when we were talking about this, and I remember you said, and I can get information. I did that lots last year, and so I think the networking piece, I mean, learning the technology and all, that's good because it helps us do our job better, but I just think finding out that we're not alone is probably one of the best things that I get out of this.
Yeah, our contact moment, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And I loved so much that it was so much on the student, focused so much on the student. Really, that's what it's all about. So. And
Joan loved it so much she's going to stay the next 4 days, 3 days.
She got upgraded.
She got upgraded. So, all right.
That's
so
exciting.
all we have left to say now is,
Be silly rocks!